Mini Jake, the tribe has spoken.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Aw, fuck you too, sweetie.
I'm JJ, one of the original Tribe of Nerds members. You can catch me on Marvel, Pokemon, and other gaming podcasts.
What up? It's Josh, resident superhero nerd, but I also dabble in the occasional super villain as well.
Some may know me as the Chaos Gremlin, but really I'm just Joe King.
Pikachu, use Volt Tackle! Good job, Pikachu!
On the Tribe of Nerds. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Shane and I are back for another episode of Survivor What If, pondering the question in the vast Survivor multiverse. If you change one thing, how would history change? We're heading to Fiji for the first time of 20 times?
Yeah, almost 20, I think.
Yeah, so Survivor Fiji, Season 14, the season of Yau-Man, Earl, Dreamz, and some really weird people. So we're talking about the split tribal, and I know everybody loves to talk about Michelle Yee and her being screwed by this twist, which, I mean, very unfair twist.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what if the split tribal did not happen. We actually had a merge vote at 10. And you know how this impacts Survivor history, because Michelle was working closely with Earl and Yau-Man. So
so we have a split. So Michelle gets in a group with Dreamz, Stacy, Alex, and Mookie.
Yeah,
so she's a bit outnumbered there. How she goes out, it's 3-2, so she votes for Stacy along with Mookie, votes with her to vote Stacy. The other three vote Michelle. But yeah, I think if we don't have the split and it's a normal tribal, actually, here's how we should do this. We do have the split, but the other team goes. And not this team.
I actually like that. Let's changing things a little bit on the fly, but we're gonna do that. So
our five that's going to tribal, we have Earl, we have Cassandra, we have Yau-Man, we have Boo, and Edgardo. So it's not looking good for Edgardo, I think.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah. Especially because they weren't able to strategize. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think that's going to doom Edgardo. He's going to be the Michelle Yee where he gets completely screwed instead. Just because I think Earl obviously has the relationships with the other three. Even Boo at this point is like, the relationship Earl and Boo have built has made Boo now entrenched in like the alliance. Although I also think Boo also kind of got brought in because Michelle got screwed in the real timeline. Like I think that's why.
Yeah.
But
so yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think definitely Edgardo, I would say.
Yeah.
So Edgardo will finish 10th instead of 9th. But I think that changes things moving forward, because now like the four horsemen are pretty disintegrated, and I feel like they really came about like after this vote. Like they were around, but they really were solidified after this, and like now they're not. So you have Earl's alliance that's in control here, and like obviously Alex and Mookie are maybe close still, but I feel like there was still some like rift between Mookie and Alex, because even they voted differently in the real timeline against Michelle. So like how together were those two? And I feel like Edgardo might have been holding them together a bit.
Yeah, because Mookie votes against Stacy, against what Alex is doing, and then obviously Alex is going to help vote Mookie out the next round to save himself.
Yeah.
But which, I mean, he's saving himself, but like still,
Right. But
But
yeah, I think because Mookie voted with Michelle, there was some closeness there
Mhm.
that she's gonna have her alliance try to keep him along. Like I could
Yeah.
see that happening. It's because he also started on Ravu with
yes,
Earl and Yao. So I think what would happen here is probably Alex. Well, yeah, Alex goes, but Mookie probably doesn't give him the idol.
no, I think Mookie holds on to it at this point without Edgardo there. Like I definitely, which is good for Mookie. I know we talked about off air of like, was there an Asian alliance as well as the Black alliance? I don't think Yau-Man was necessarily a part of it. I do think maybe Mookie and Michelle, based on him trying to save her, I do think they were working together, and maybe that's also just they started on Ravu together, so it's not
Right.
But
And there was this whole builders and explorers thing that we didn't get
Yeah.
to see. So hopefully we will get someone to fill us in on that at some point.
we'd love that. So,
But yeah,
um,
I think Alex goes and like maybe if they're afraid of the idol, they put like one vote on Mookie or something. But I think it's Alex here because Alex was so annoying. Like,
yeah, I wanted to like Alex Angarita more, and then I feel like and then I'm like, once we got to Final Tribal and he's like being his annoying lawyer self, like it just was like too much.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, right now then, we're kind of just pushing back the order a little bit, but the same order, but we're about to change that because we're not losing Mookie here.
No, he's because he has the idol. So
And I don't even think he has to play it here. I think, and I'm not convinced we would lose Stacy either. I feel like it might be Boo.
yeah, so I'm trying to think. Final 8. So Stacy would win the Battleship Challenge because it's a crapshoot. Let's just say Stacy wins it still. Yeah. And then I think they do take out Boo. I think there's enough that.
Well, the only other thing is, I guess Michelle's so in tight with Earl and Yau-Man that I don't think she's gonna do anything. Because I was gonna say, like, does Michelle get Mookie and Stacy and maybe pull in Boo to take out like a Dreamz or a Cassandra? But I feel like she's so in with Earl. So it probably would be Boo, but it also potentially could be Dreamz going because there's still like that distrust of him. Like he wasn't fully in the alliance.
Right. Yeah.
I think the thing that pushed him in the alliance was the 4 horsemen, and like they're not really a thing. So he might just be like this outsider. Same with like Boo and Stacy, but I think Stacy might get in a little bit with the others. But yeah, it potentially could be Dreamz if they go Mookie, Stacy. If they vote Dreamz and Boo votes Dreamz, you just need one more to tie it. Or if Mookie gets the votes on himself and plays the idol.
That's possible
too. Idol on Boo. I don't know if he would do that, but
I don't think he would have. No, I think he was annoyed by Boo as well. Like, I think a lot of people were getting annoyed by Boo.
Yeah.
But I don't. So I know Michelle and Dreamz like didn't really connect. So like that was part of her demise as well. I mean, I think she was getting voted out regardless if she said that. But like, I don't necessarily buy into Dreamz all of a sudden waffling at Tribal. But I think that Michelle honestly is going to stick with Earl and Yau-Man. I don't think Dreamz is going at that point.
Okay, so then final 8 we lose Boo. So now we're at final 7.
Yeah, and Boo would have won the next 2 immunities, so he's gone.
Yeah. Mookie, I think, is physical. Like I could see Mookie winning something.
Yeah, I could see him winning a couple. So this is the one where they're like climbing up with the steps, and like Boo and Alex is desperately trying to grab the thing, and then Boo just like so I mean, I don't know how that plays out now. Like, is Mookie going to be able to do something like that? He was probably more likely than anybody else left,
right?
So let's just say Mookie wins it.
Yeah.
So now at this point, so he's held on to the idol here.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to play it again unless he really wants to risk something. But I'm gonna say Stacy goes, but unless something gets switched up on Dreamz, but I just don't think some of these people were really thinking about that.
Yeah, I think Mookie would have thought about that.
Yeah.
Because I think, yeah, he's at the bottom of, well, Dreamz is at the bottom of the alliance, but then Mookie after Dreamz.
Mhm.
But I don't think Mookie and Dreamz would be able to work together because I could also see him trying to pull Dreamz.
Yeah. And I think Mookie might see through Dreamz being like waffling. Like I could see it at this point. So
All right, yeah, maybe Stacy just goes to 7.
yeah, I think Stacy's gone. Also at this point, Yau-Man has the other idols, so Yau-Man still has that. He doesn't get it. Let's say at this point, because Alex was gone, unless Mookie still like does the thing of like blackmailing Yau-Man.
Right, I don't think so.
At that point, I don't think that happens. So Yau-Man's idol is still a secret.
Yeah, except to Earl.
Well, except to Earl, but yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, do they still take a shot at Yao?
I think the reason for that a lot had to do because this is also the Dreamz and Yau-Man deal. Let's assume that happened. So I think part of that is that, and then the other part is that they knew he had the idol. So now Earl's the only one who knows, and then
well, I think they might take the shot still because the truck deal happens.
Yes.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say they take the shot at Yau-Man. Yao and Earl are going to vote for Mookie. Mookie is also going to play his idol. So the whole Cambodia thing is happening a lot earlier.
Yeah, 17 seasons earlier?
And it's still at the final 6.
Yes. Okay, so Mookie and Yao are now safe. Has Earl found his idol too by this point?
No, because they didn't replant one because Mookie never played his.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Idol yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Mookie. So who won immunity this round?
So 6. Boo would have won it in the real timeline. I think Yao is so Yao might have been the other closest one because I think it was Yao and Boo. So Yao might not even have to play his idol because he wins.
Can we say Dreamz wins this immunity?
Okay, yeah, let's just say Dreamz wins in this timeline.
Yeah, Dreamz wins immunity. Things are different now. So Dreamz wins immunity. So Dreamz is safe. Yao played an idol. Yao is safe. Mookie played an idol. So Mookie is safe. So we have Michelle, we have Cassandra, and we have Earl. And I have to think. Because they don't really get to talk. They just have to revote.
I think because Mookie was also already after Cassandra as well.
Yeah.
Like Mookie really wanted her gone.
Because I think Mookie votes Cassandra here. Stacy votes Cassandra.
Yep.
Yao is not voting Earl. I can tell you that.
Well, Stacy's gone by this point in this timeline.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Stacy's gone. So Mookie, Cassandra, Yao and Earl not voting each other, obviously. So
yeah. So Mookie votes Cassandra. I think Yao probably votes Cassandra.
I think so too.
Dreamz will not vote Cassandra. Dreamz will probably vote Michelle.
I think Dreamz and Cassandra vote Michelle, so it's 2-2. So it comes down to Earl, and
Earl's close to Michelle.
Yeah, but if the Black Alliance is still a thing, see, that's the problem. Like, I feel like we never got context to it from the edit in the show. But
I think he's really close to Michelle though, but I see what you're saying.
I don't know. Like, again, I wish I had the context of knowing how tight that was necessarily. I mean, I think the only time it
I think
really
if Earl votes Michelle there, I think he blows up his cards and everyone realizes that Earl, Dreamz, and Cassandra are working together. It's also Final 5 though, and they're 3 against 2, being Yao and Mookie. So I don't. But okay, let's say this because we're going to make this exciting. Earl will vote Michelle, so Michelle goes home. Mookie is shocked and does this whole like anger thing when they go back to camp.
Yeah.
Yau-Man is not thrilled, but he plays it cool to Earl's face, gets himself sent to exile next round, and
Ooh.
the idol.
Yao.
So he'll still work with Earl, but like he's gonna find it. He's not gonna let Earl find it. So Earl will know he has it, but he has another idol. So then this is where it gets fun. So who can win immunity? Oh, Yao wins immunity at Final 5.
Yao does.
So here, I think, is where they're gonna take out. So Yao is gonna use the idol with Mookie and probably play it on Mookie because the other three are gonna vote him, obviously, and take out Dreamz. Or the truck deal though.
Yeah, that's the big thing is if the
So
truck
he would
deal-
take out Cassandra, but it would be smarter to take out Dreamz. But I think he takes out Cassandra because they have that truck deal.
Yeah. So okay. So Cassandra's gone in an idle play. So it's Earl, Dreamz, Mookie, and Yau-Man, the all-male Final 4.
Yeah. And then it came down to Dreamz and Yau-Man, right? In the challenge.
Yes. Yep.
But Mookie could be good at this.
He could be, because I mean, it's like a lot of your strength and your arms and your wrists, really.
But if it comes down to, let's say, Mookie and Dreamz, does he let Dreamz have it because he wants to see what's happening with this truck deal?
It's possible, but also I think Mookie's pretty competitive. So,
because like that is true. Because I think Yao is the much bigger target here.
Yeah.
To go to the end with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if we had a final 3 of Mookie, Yau-Man, and Earl, and these idle play stuffs happen, like that's one of the best final 3s ever.
Yeah, and I love Earl in this situation as well. Like, I love him, but in this situation, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Earl gets as much respect. Because I'm honestly gonna say Yau-Man probably wins the game.
Right, I would say that. But yeah, with the immunity though, do we want to say Mookie wins immunity or do we want to say Dreamz wins immunity?
I still kind of want to say Dreamz just to see what would happen.
So let's say if Mookie won, Yau-Man wins the game, but it's probably close. I think all 3 of them could get votes. But I would think Earl would still get second place and Yau-Man gets first. But yeah, Dreamz wins immunity. And I think Earl would vote out Mookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yau-Man would vote out Mookie.
Dreamz breaks his deal, still keeps the immunity.
Dreamz keeps immunity. Dreamz votes Yao, and Mookie votes Yao.
So
or does Mookie vote Earl?
Mookie could vote Earl, honestly. I don't know. It could be a 2-1-1.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's a 2-1-1 more so because I don't think Mookie and Dreamz trust each other enough to vote with each other to tie it.
Yeah, so therefore Mookie goes home.
Yep. So,
Dreamz, Yao, and Earl. Dreamz gets no votes because he gave up his immunity and Yao didn't even go home.
Yeah.
So he would look like a complete idiot in that situation because at least in the real time, like it's a game move. Like you can't go to the end. Like he literally would have got voted out.
Right, exactly. And he knew that. Yeah.
So I think he deserves more credit than he gets, but like
I agree.
It happened at a time in the game where it was less cutthroat, but whatever. But yeah, he looks really bad here. Really bad. So he's still getting 0 votes. Well, Cassandra votes Earl.
Yeah, I think Cassandra votes Earl. So Yau-Man still wins with a lot of the votes though.
Okay, well it's a little hard to do this, but let's go through. So our jury, Rocky.
It's Yao or Earl. I could see Rocky switching to Earl, but I think it's probably Yao. I mean, I feel like Rocky respected both. So
Lacey, I mean, I think
Lisi's voting for Yao, and
reasons.
yeah, yep. Let's just say that. Let's leave it at Michelle. Oh, Michelle's not going out in 10th. It'd be Edgardo.
He might go Yao.
Yeah, I think it's Yao.
Yeah. Alex. Yao.
I think it's Yao.
Stacy or Boo, both of them. I don't know who was first.
I think Boo could vote Earl because I think Boo really respected Earl. I think he respected Yao too, so I don't know. He at Final Tribal didn't he like basically scold Dreamz for robbing Yao winning? So
yeah, I think
okay.
Yao.
So yeah.
And Stacy Yao. That's it'd be 8-1 because Cassandra goes Earl. Yeah, it'd be 8-1 is like worst case for Earl, I think, because he's gonna definitely get that one vote. I think best case for Earl is maybe he also pulls Rocky and maybe Alex.
Yeah.
And maybe Edgardo. So maybe it's a 5-4.
Yeah.
Or like 6-3, 7-2, whatever. But it's somewhere between 8-1 and 5-4, but Yao wins either way.
Yeah. Again, I actually love the final three, and like this is to me like this is Survivor Fiji is these three. So
and if this timeline happened, Fiji would be an amazing season.
Mm-hmm.
Like to have the idol play at 6, the double idol play, to have another idol play successfully at 5, like that endgame's pretty good.
Yeah. I like Fiji's post-merge enough for what it is in the real timeline, but I agree like it could have been better. And I mean a lot of that is definitely because like the Four Horsemen are still satisfying to watch their downfall, and then obviously the car deal is like
we still get the car deal. The one thing we don't get, which I think is really innovative strategic play, was like the Edgardo vote where you vote for the person least likely to have the idol. We're not going to get that. So like when does that pop up in Survivor? And it probably pops up in Micronesia, maybe.
I think it's Micronesia. Because I think China probably still ends up the way it played out. Like I don't think anything changes in China.
Because in China, their strategic play was let's not swerve the vote. Let's put it on the guy with 2 idols.
Yeah, and just hope that he doesn't play them. Yeah.
But I mean, Micronesia did that too. Just not 2 idols, but they're like, let's vote out like people with idols, and let's also vote out the guy who won individual immunity.
Yes.
So maybe.
Well, yeah. So that is.
But
yeah, I agree. Well, that is Survivor Fiji. We have 14 seasons done with the What If. So next week will be Survivor China, a beloved season of the show, I think. So, yeah, tune in for more of our What Ifs, our player interviews, our 1 through 50 series that goes in companion with these What Ifs. And yeah, we'll see you all next time on The Tribe of Nerds.